Hello YouTube, I am Dustin Shriven. Today's video will run for about 17 minutes because I wanted the people watching to have a full introduction of me. I didn't want to cheat any of the viewers out, that would just be wrong. Now, normally my videos will run anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes with the 2 segments a week, so I definitely won't be taking up too much of your time. Keep a real close eye out today. I will give tips and some minor challenges along the way right here on your screen just to make all of us feel better. Let's get started. Welcome to Elevate. A little bit about me. I'm from the countryside in Maryland. That did not fit my personality at all. I think I have 4 stoplights. You got it. Hit me up if you know. Don't want to diss where I came from. I'm not about the hay bales, driving your tractor to school day, the plaid shirts they wear, or Levi or Wrangler jeans, whichever you choose. Not judging you, that's just not my style. I moved to Los Angeles 2 months ago to rediscover myself and pursue my dream of entertainment. Real quick, just want to shout out my sister who moved to Florida before I moved to LA. She was the first one to move from home. It was very inspiring, and now here I am in Los Angeles, so thank you very much, sis. This show will cover music, pop culture, and mental health. Music is supposed to inspire, so relating it to life and mental health would be a no-brainer, obviously like my boy Justin said. I will relate songs and stories to my personal life and any other inspirations I find along the way. Being an advocate and understanding my own personal struggles involving mental health, music inspires me, and I hope to relate to each viewer and release something they believe in because obviously, that's what it's about. This show will have 2 segments a week, but this one will only have the main segment called Face the Music because of the introduction of yours truly right here. Now, Face the Music is where I select a song and inform my Elevate fam out there what it means to me. Hopefully you guys can definitely relate. I will not take it from a literal perspective of the song meaning, but something bigger and more relatable to my journey here in Los Angeles. Now, let's get into the reasons of why I'm doing this show. First and most importantly, my family. I moved to Los Angeles to make a new path for them. Being able to support them like my parents have financially, and my entire family has mentally. Trust me, this is what this show is about. We'll get into that later, but let's move on. I couldn't be more appreciative of my family's actions. Honestly, shout out to the best parents in the world. They put our needs first, even if it didn't match what they wanted personally. I am here in LA to pay them back. Obviously, you have to start somewhere. Next up, my friends, especially up there in Bonnet territory. If you knew me in high school, I was like super shy. I would win a superlative for not being able to talk to anybody or hold a conversation. Whoa guys, stop laughing at your screen, it's not that funny. My friends in Bonnet opened me up to a new life. They appreciated me for me. Honestly, not gonna front with my viewers. I learned most of my social skills because of them and because of my experience in college. Real quick, I want to shout out to my fam. You guys know who you are up there in Bonnet. Don't want to drop your names in this video, but I know you guys are watching. My Bonnet fam told me my opinion mattered and I had a voice. On the low, guys, they were telling me my argument game is kind of weak because I'm a yes man and I would go to the side of the room. But I'm improving, it's okay. I moved to Los Angeles, started a new life, so we're all improving. Now it's celebrity time. The biggest inspiration for me are the ladies of the real. Just hearing their stories have inspired me to brand my own image here in Los Angeles. Honestly, I would have never had the courage without watching them and attending countless tapings in person. If you get a chance, definitely attend the real. Shout out to them. Alright, here we go. First up, my girl Jeannie. Let's talk about Jeannie. The first word that comes to my mind about Jeannie is inspiration. She's the one I can relate to when I need an uplifting experience because she's so personable and she's so confident. Alrighty, I'm gonna have an honest confession here on YouTube and here on Elevate. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I have a bad day here in Los Angeles, I binge watch real videos on YouTube. They're so personable, they're so confident, they're so funny. I mean, come on, we're not gonna lie. Loni on the show, she's a comedian, she's hilarious. And they're crazy in the best way. Alrighty, back to Jeannie. When Jeannie cries, who doesn't tear up? Honestly, if you haven't checked out her YouTube video about how she hasn't talked to her mom in 8 years, you should definitely go check that out. Also, when Jeannie states on the reel, you don't truly know a person until they don't get what they want. And obviously she's referring to Freddie, and Freddie would be the one to do that. I felt that emotion, so thank you, Jeannie. Next up, Tamara. I relate to Tamara on the twin level and finding my voice. I used to be so shy, as I mentioned earlier on this episode of Elevate, and I feel like I've opened up so much recently. Alrighty, girl, I get you. It's hard to find your individuality as a twin. Trust me, I am one, and you feel the comparisons all the time. Alrighty, shout out to my twin brother Dylan. He's amazing. He might get a little emotional during this episode, especially this part right here. I struggle because I have an amazing twin brother. He's graduated from college, which obviously I didn't. And sometimes you feel like the lesser version, you know? He has amazing accomplishments in life, whether it be his 3 internships he completed. He's broadcasted big men's basketball games at Seton Hall, especially when they played Villanova every year. And also joining his fraternity. Come on, I'm not gonna lie to you, I struggle. I feel like he has his life more together. I feel like, you know, I'm just kind of there floating and, you know, everyone compares us and he's ahead of me. Alright. When the ladies do the baggage segment and Tamara says, you know, she's like the cute, goofy one, that's how I feel sometimes. I feel like my brother Dylan is Tia and I'm Tamara in that instance. Let's talk about the queen herself, Miss Loni Love. Loni is so relatable because of her personality. She is so real but can cover it up with humor just like me. I think I'm funny? I don't know. Comment below if you think I'm funny. Boost my morale a little bit. Loni is so emotional but so funny at the same time. Honestly, I feel like I try to cover up my mishaps in life with humor as well because I struggle to see how important they really are. Because I believe the outside world doesn't see them as an issue. You guys get that? Alright, thanks for understanding. Last but not least, the New Yorker herself, Miss Adrienne Houghton. I relate to Adrienne so much because of music and the same fear I share with her. Alrighty guys, I know this is a throwback for you. Season 1 of The Real. Adrienne is questioning why she doesn't want to sing anymore. I feel the same way about producing and writing music. You know, it's tough here in Los Angeles. I feel like no one thinks I'm good at it because I'm scared. Might not be a good way to think, but it's true. I write about my struggles all the time, like on my little notes app on the iPhone. My iPhone is cracked, but I can still see the little notes on the iPhone. But it's hard to share with the public. Alrighty. Adrienne is an inspiration. You know when she was talking to Loni season 1 about their first impressions, and she said she wanted Loni to like her so much because she was just a little cheetah girl, and Loni's like, oh, like, you know, it doesn't matter, the resume, I'm not 7. That's literally my life. I want people to like me all the time. Shout out to Adrienne. She's been an inspiration for 5 seasons now. Definitely attend season 6 or watch season 6 of The Real. I want people to understand me as well. I get that perspective. I want people to take me seriously here. You're watching Elevate. Now let's get into music, because that's what this show is about. So why don't we talk about my music inspirations, baby? This is a music and pop culture show, so it only makes sense to get into my music inspirations in the industry. Alright, let's list them. Jake Miller, August Alsina, my girl Camila Cabello, and Drake. I do have a Drake hat, you know, feature on one of these episodes. People got jealous back home with my Drake hat. Well, they wouldn't tell you that, but I would. Alright, I'm going to keep this segment a little shorter, just because of the fact, you know, you don't want this show to run too long. Alright, let's start with Jake Miller. I mean, Parties was my anthem through heartbreak. Anyone's heartbreak can be an anthem through. And trust me, his other music does not disappoint. Palm Boulevard relates as well. You know, it's about hometown. He's going back home. I want to support my fam, as I mentioned earlier in Elevate. And, you know, you got to remember where you came from. Alright, let's move on to August Alsina. I mean, do his lyrics need an explanation? I don't think so. From Wait to Don't Forget About Me, he's one of my favorite people in the industry. And you know, he's one of my inspirations lyrically when I write, so shout out to my boy. And this is a secret, I do have a playlist on Spotify with just his songs that, you know, when you get sad you can listen to them, because it inspires you. Alright, let's go to my girl Camila Cabello. She used to be in Fifth Harmony, obviously. I mean, I've been a real fan since the X Factor. You know, my brother and I met Fifth Harmony actually on our 19th birthday. Greatest birthday of my life so far. It was in Virginia. You can't argue with that. I mean, you're not going to remember it, but, you know, me and my brother will, because they meet so many people, you know, don't have to explain that. Alrighty. I mean, her solo career was no surprise for me as well, because, you know, she was my favorite in the group. My brother and I used to argue who would have the biggest solo career. So far, I think I'm right. I mean, mostly I'm right all the time. Real Friends and Consequences. Also life anthems if you want to give them a listen. And Swae Lee only makes it better. My boy Swae Lee is not on this list of my music inspirations, but he's an honorable mention. Alright, let's get into Drake. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, my friends back home would say I'm obsessed with Drake. I don't know if I agree with them, but you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. but I'm a huge fan. I mean, any Drake song is amazing. I also have a playlist for him on Spotify. It's kind of embarrassing. I think it's over 100 songs by now. And honestly, the only reason I'm doing this show is because I was listening to a Drake playlist before the show to get pumped up to do this show. So, shout out to my boy Drake. Alrighty, my last inspiration would definitely be anyone. I mean, anyone who has an inspiring story. It doesn't matter. Everyone has a story, guys. Don't judge people because you don't know what their story is most of the time. That's why I do this show. I want to make a difference in the Elevate fam's life. Like, obviously my show's Elevate. You call it my fam. I want to make a difference in your life. Alright, let's get to my first segment. Obviously that is what Face the Music is for, to inspire people with a deep meaning of each song presented that relates to my life. Let's get started. My first song ever in Face the Music is Phases by Pretty Much. Alright, if you haven't given it a listen, you're kind of missing out, so definitely go give it a listen on any platform. It's there for you. Alrighty, disclaimer for you guys. Big news. Loyalty goes a really far way in life. How many people don't understand that? You'll never know. Alrighty, I completely understand this song talks more about the relationship side, but I wanted to shift my focus today. I want to talk about the transition to LA and how it can relate to my Elevate. There are good days and bad days with any new transition in life, whether it's a new relationship or a big move you just made. I'm going to focus on the big move you just made. I know the song Face is about a relationship, but you stick through it because you love it. You either love that person or you love the move you just made. Alright, when people ask you good news or bad news first, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to present the good news first. Most people say bad, but let's start with the good news. The first part of the good moments, the entertainment value, the connections are endless. Sometimes I forget I'm here in Los Angeles because, I'm from Hampstead, there's nothing around there. People are around you that can help you here. The second part, the Hollywood factor. I live here in Hollywood. Everything is so close. Burbank is 15 minutes away. The film school's here in Hollywood. Downtown LA is like 30 minutes. If you don't hit traffic, and it takes you 2 hours. We all know about the LA traffic. The third thing, the chance to see show tapings and really get your career propelled. We went to The Real 4 times. It was amazing. Best show I've ever been to. I know I just did a segment on how they inspired me, and I got to watch them live. It was amazing. I got to watch Ridiculousness like 4 times. It's like 25 minutes from me. I get to see Chanel, Rob, and Stilo, and whoever was on the show that day. I can't spoil anything. The next thing, the nightlife. You get a chance to meet people at cool clubs and bars, have a good time, meet some new friends. It's amazing. And the last thing, the growth factor. It's the first time I really lived on my own. I did live on my own in college, but college to me doesn't count. This is paying bills, paying expensive rent here in LA, paying any other bill that obviously comes along. It's expensive, so you get to grow as a person, it gets to challenge you, and you get to grow professionally. You get the chance to move up, and like I said earlier, there's so many things around here, there's so many connections, there's so many places. It's easy to move up here in LA, so can't argue with that. Now let's get to the bad factors, unfortunately. The song Phases, it means good times and bad times, whether you're in a relationship or your new move. Like I said, I'm going to focus on my new move, and there's 3 key factors that could really, be tough here in Los Angeles. First one, the loneliness without your family. Whether, I haven't really got there yet, but a holiday you celebrate with your family. If you need someone to talk to, you go to your family. And like I mentioned earlier here on Elevate, family's big to me. I want to be able to take care of them. So, me, my brother, and my cousin being the only one out here, that can be kind of tough for me because everyone else is back in Maryland. The second factor, I would just say the stress of expensive living. Do I have to explain how, expensive rent is here in LA? I'm not going to give you numbers, but it's pretty expensive and pretty scary at times. And the third thing, you're stressed about your career. I don't care what you say, LA is kind of laid back, but it's a dog-eat-dog world out here. It's so competitive, especially the industry I want to get into with entertainment and music. It's really, really competitive, and it's a grind all the time, which is obviously, why I'm here filming. But it's still a grind all the time. It's so tough. So, You just gotta keep a good head on your shoulders, keep a positive mindset, and hopefully one day, God willing, my man up there will show us the plan. The second and final song for you guys today is Break Up in a Small Town by Sam Hunt. I want to shout out my sister because she's a huge country music fan and I wouldn't know the song without her because I'm not really a country fan, but you know, we try. Alright, I'm going to take this from a different perspective. I understand Sam Hunt sings about breaking up with a girl in a small town and you see her all over the place, but I'm going to take it from this perspective. Leaving a small town makes it wasn't for me, so you know what? I broke up with it. I'm here in Los Angeles. It took a lot to move. It was stressful, it was scary, I couldn't sleep the night before. But you know, I moved to LA to pursue a dream in entertainment. That's what I wanted my whole entire life. My brother and I visited here back in April. We loved it. We didn't want to, you know, stay in Maryland, unfortunately. I don't want to say it too loud because Maryland pride, you know, they're very prideful about their state. But we didn't want to be there. We didn't belong there. So we broke up with the small town. You know, we finally made the big move here in Los Angeles. And I'm telling you right now, I'm so happy. There's so many great people out here. Like I mentioned earlier, the great connections out here. So much more freedom, whether it's, you know, attending show tapings or attending, you know, nice clubs here. It's amazing. In all seriousness with this song, I want to thank any family, any friends, anyone who's inspired me along the way to make a big move from a small town to a big town, which is why I use Break Up in a Small Town. Guys, if you're afraid to move somewhere and pursue your dreams, I just have one statement to leave you on. Be like Nike and just do it. You won't regret it, guys. I promise you. I want to thank you guys for watching today. Now, we talked about The Real and how they inspired me. We talked about Sam Hunt. We talked about Pretty Much. We talked about my family, who's the biggest inspiration, and friends. You know, guys, I hope you join me next week on Elevate and I can inspire you more and more each week. Thank you guys for watching.